Hi, Dan with Four Oaks Family Homestead. Back again for day number 2 of the Plant Something every day for 10 days during sub-freezing weather. So right now it's about 75 degrees in the hoop house, which is definitely not sub-freezing, but last night it got down to about 25. So this morning I came to uncover these greens here. It was 25 degrees outside. The hoop house had just brought it up over freezing inside. Now, the last 3 days in a row, it has frozen out here. There's been frost buildup on the outside of the hoop house plastic, and I can see from the screen door that there was frost on that as well. So it definitely was freezing. But inside, all the plants so far have made it through the frost without any issues. Now, they seem to be thriving. I harvested some lettuce, so there's some that are kind of cut back a little bit, look kind of sparse. It's because I came in here and actually harvested a big old bag of it for salad greens, so we're happy about that. But today, day number 2 of planting, I'm going to do beets. There they are. Get these from Thresh Seed Company. These are Ruby Queen beets, just red beets. It says early producer of 2 to 3 inch perfectly round beets. All right, so for the beets, I'm going to plant them in this large, it's like 18 slot normal like flat harvester. So I'm only going to do 9 beets, so 3 sets of 3. The other 3 are going to be for something else. I'll show you those in tomorrow's post. So we'll do the first 9 and I'll show you what we're doing here. I'm going to start off by putting in my potting mix, which, like I said before, is just 4 parts. 1 part peat moss, 1 part potting soil, 1 part garden dirt, just red Oklahoma clay, and then the last part is just a mix of reclaimed potting mix from last year and rabbit poop. So lots of rabbit poop in here, but that should keep it high in nitrogen. So it'll be good for beet greens, right? Maybe. Let me just fill this up from my bucket of mix. There's some random leaves in there. I'll pull them out. And I fill this up. The large sticks out of there too. I fill this up all the way, wet it thoroughly, and then I come back and top it off. So once we get it evened up here. Here we go. Just like that. Let me water it thoroughly. Trying to soak in, just give this a little flip, there's a little bit downhill this direction. Fennel can move up a little bit. There you go, buddy. Looks like it's wet, so we're going to turn this around, drain off the excess. I'm actually going to fill up these 9 cells for tomorrow's planting as well right now. That way it can moisten up right now. I don't have to wait for this step. Let that fill, but we're going to work on planting over here in these cells. I'm going to do it one more time here, just to make sure it's thoroughly wet. There we go. That's right. I'm going to grab my beet seeds. Alright, so I'm going to grab my beet seeds. And these seeds are for beets that are about 2 to 3 inches, it said. So pretty much 1 beet per cell is what we're going to end up with here. We don't want to crowd them, obviously, with a whole bunch of them. But beet greens are good too. I always thought that beets, the seeds of beets, you can see these. Beet seeds look like Swiss chard seeds. Kind of little stars. So I'm actually going to plant 2 per cell just to make sure that they grow. I just put them just below the level of the ground. With my finger, poke them in there. And I'll cover them up afterwards. Just a second here. Exactly half. That was 9 seeds. I need 9 more. Cheaper sell. There you go. Now line on a little stick here. Can't plant on sticks, they don't grow. Alright, throw the excess back in the bag. And this is done. Ruby red beet. Alright, so that's day number 2. I planted beets and excuse me, I'll come back tomorrow and get day number 3. I'm going to end up, this challenge is going to end on December 26th. So it'll be through Christmas and the day after. Now, this coming week, I should say, we have temperatures that are pretty cold. The low is -1 on one of the days, and the high of that day is 19 degrees. So that is cold. So I am counting on this hoop house to keep things warm inside during it's supposed to be sunny during those days. So keep it warm inside during those sunny days and keep these greens alive. Well, the greens and everything else that I'm growing here. So anyway, that's day number 2 in the books, and I'll come back for tomorrow. Day number 3.